Meeting of the Five. I mean, let's run it. Nice. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing Meeting of the Five. Before we get into the list, I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the channel, for being so nice, for always interacting, and for being just the most amazing community that I can have never imagined to have. So yeah, thank you to each and every one of you. Also, for the new viewers, subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out greatly. If you've found any value or if you've been enjoying any of my decks, any of my creations. By the way, all my decks are 100% my creation and my take on each and every deck, right? So I never really go online and deck copy or my bad or anything like that. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. So let's get right into the list, right? So Meeting of the Five is going to be in a standard best of one list, surprisingly. It's going to have an average converted mana cost of 3.6, 6 creatures, 28 non-creatures, and 26 lands. So it's a 5-color deck, and since I'm truly a 4 and 5 color deck specialist, it's only right for me to make a deck that revolves around Meeting of the Five. I've been looking at this card ever since the set came out, and I don't like it, right? I never liked it because it's so hard to play, and at the same time you can whiff easily, and you don't really get a lot of value off of an 8 mana card. So I finally decided to play it, and I was thinking for the longest time on how to play this card, and this is what I came up with, and I think this is the deck for it. Honestly, I've been having so much fun with this deck. It's a mixture of Jund and Grixis. The list, we have both Jund and Grixis in the list as a shell, and at the same time we're splashing for white. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're running 3 Voltage Surges, 2 Infernal Grasps, early removal, and 1 that can remove stuff that are bigger than 4 toughness creatures, right? So Infernal Grasp has been pretty important. Early removal can help you out equalize, and also have you contend, right? Because you have a lot of expensive spells to cast. 2 Valkies, which we can later on get with Widespread Thieving, or we can play early and disrupt our opponent's plans when it comes to their very important 2 mana creature. 4 Briefcases, such an amazing 2 mana card, and since we have a lot of tapped lands that share green color, like the Garden and the Proving Grounds, we can cast this easily. Also, you can later on in the game draw off of it, which will always make it better than the Innkeeper, in my opinion. Since we're running 5 colors, we can draw off of it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I've made so many 4 and 5 color decks that revolve around this card, and they all performed amazingly well. Within the 3 mana slot, we have 6 ramp cards, potentially 4 Fables and 2 Widespread Thieving. Widespread Thieving, you'd usually want to play it before the Fable, since the priority is always the Fable. No, the priority is to Widespread Thieving, because on turn 4 you have multicolored spells. Turn 5, turn 6 and upwards, or onwards, you have a lot of 5 or multicolored spells that you can cast, which can grant you treasures. Whereas Fable, you play the Fable, you create the Shaman. People usually kill the Shaman because they don't want you to ramp, right? So Widespread Thieving doesn't create anything that's killable besides Vanishing Verse, I guess, targets it, but it's fine, right? It lowers the risk of you not ramping. So Widespread Thieving is pretty good. You can fetch pretty much anything: a Binding, an Unleash the Inferno, Evelyn. You can get a Ziatora, a Camuor, a Lord Xander, or even a Meeting of the Five, which you can later on cast for cheaper, since you're already going to be making treasures. Also, we're also playing Riveteer's Charm, and we're trying to focus a lot on cards that have at least three colors. or mainly 3 colors, because that's one of the requirements of Meeting of the Five, which is to cast only spells that have 3 colors. So Riveteer's Charm is our first one here. Also, we're running Binding. Not that it has 3 colors, but Binding is a amazing removal card in a 4+ colors deck, because it also ramps, right? So it's very, very important here. We're running 2 Unleash the Inferno, heavy on the removal, as I said, which is something that we can also get off of Meeting of the Five. We're running 2 Evelyns, also a great target for Meeting of the Five. 2 Hostile Takeover, and it's my first time playing this card. It says up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness 1/1 until end of turn, and up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn. So basically, your creature is going to become a 4/4 if you have one on board, and your opponent's creature is going to shrink. That's what you want to do, so you can deal 3 damage and kill like every creature on the board. Excuse me. Of course, it can be a one-sided board wipe. Also, if they have multiple 4+ toughness creatures on the battlefield, it's not going to kill all of their creatures, but it's a pretty good card that we can actually get with Meeting of the Five, and you kind of need a board wipe in a deck like this since you're not running heavy creatures. And this is the one of choice, so that, you know, we're just trying to minimize the chance of Meeting of the Five not hitting anything. So Hostile Takeover made the cut. Zeotora the Incinerator, obviously a very good top end for Meeting of the Five to basically fetch. War cannot be fetched with Meeting of the Five, but since we're running 5 colors, we need an extra reach kind of card, right? This one exiles, returns, discards, and then it flips into a creature. Everyone knows what War does, and it's pretty good. And then we finish it off with Lord Xander the Collector here. So Lord Xander, whether you fetch it with Meeting of the Five or you don't really care. You can obviously get it, play it, or if you get it off of Meeting of the Five, great, you know. So that does it for Lord Xander. So you look at the deck and you're like, it's a deck that revolves around Meeting of the Five, but you only have 2 copies. Well, okay, if you're going to try to play 4 copies of Meeting of the Five, you're never going to win. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're really never going to win, because you need to stuff your deck with so many 3-colored cards that casting this is just not going to work. It really isn't. So let's say you're playing 4 Meeting of the Fives, right? And then you're playing like 4 Lord Xanders and 4 Zeotoras. That's a nightmare. That's really a nightmare. Your chances of having a consistent deck goes through the roof, because it's either you're going to open up with so many of them, or you're going to top deck so many of them, and you're not even there to cast them. It's not that easy, since this is an 8 mana card, this is a 7 mana card, and I guess this is a 6 mana card. But if you're running so many of them, your deck is going to become slower and slower, and your chances of winning are going to go out the window. Of course, within nowadays' ladder, people are running mid-range that's kind of aggressive. People are running creature decks. You're not going to be able to actually get away with the game, even if you are even if it's a mid-range meta and you can compete. You're not going to be able to, because in order for you to play 4 Meeting of the Fives, you need to play more cards that have 3 colors. And if you play more cards, that means you're going to have to cut something like removal, cut something like ramp. You know, you're not going to be able to do that, because your deck is just going to break apart, right? It's either you go heavy on the 3-colored cards and you cut some of your removal and some of your ramp, or you go consistent throughout everything. You have a healthy amount of removal here. Also, your 3-colored cards can have removal as well within Charm and Inferno, and you have a healthy amount of ramp within Briefcase. So that way your deck is more consistent. Now, whether you top deck this card or not, I've constructed the deck in a way where you don't rely on this card. You don't need this card, but you would like to play it because it can get you value some way, in a way, and you can honestly get away with playing only 1 copy. Yes, that's true. You can get away with playing 1 copy. I like 2 copies, even though the colors that we're running, or the cards that we're running that are 3 colors, are not enough. But 2 copies makes sure that we actually can top deck 1, or open with 1, or draw 1. You never know. And once you cast 1, you're at a point in the game. You have to keep in mind that you can't cast 1 unless you're in control. If you're not in control, you can't rely on this card. This card is going to whiff. A lot of times this card is going to whiff because it exiles the top 10 cards. You're running 26 lands. Most of these cards are going to be lands anyway. Or most of these cards are going to be your removal, your ramp cards. So you're not going to get nothing out of it. You're going to be lucky to get either one or two 3-colored cards that you can cast. And the way I made the deck is that we get 3-colored cards that either remove or have a incredible board presence, like Lord Xander and Zeotora, like Evelyn, and removal cards like Riveteer's Charm and Unleash the Inferno. Besides that, you don't really need anything else because, I mean, what can you do, right? A second thing about this deck is the fact that if you're going to run 4 copies of this, man, it's going to break it apart so much, whereas now you have a slight chance at this very moment of running one single counter spell. For example, you can probably get away with running one single counter spell. You're cutting it close because you're going to have to cut a charm. That's the only way I see it. Or even go down on the Valkyries. You can go down on the Valkyrie and run one counter spell. Only one, because then you're going to basically ruin your chances of getting something with widespread thieving. You're going to ruin your chances of getting a top end that's worthy of playing, right? Most of these are not worthy of playing, to be honest. Valky just bests all of these right here, because these are slow and they're just not incredibly impactful on the board. They are, but not incredibly, while Valky is incredibly impactful in a way where it can exile creatures, it can alter the board, or give you card advantage. So yeah, with that being said, I tried to make the deck as consistent as possible, and this version right here is as consistent as it gets. You can never make a more consistent deck than this, unless you're running one copy of Meeting of the Five, of course. You're cutting some of your multicolored cards to play something else, like more ramp or more removal or even card draw or a counter spell. So yeah, with that being said, that does it for the deck. If you the gameplays are insane. The gameplays are so much fun. You're gonna see how consistent the deck really is, and how tastefully brewed it is. I spent time, I tested it. During testing, it was a winner. I didn't really need to alter anything. I ran one copy of Arya here, but since a lot of tokens are, you know, like Loath and stuff like that, like this is just, it deals 3 damage to non-token creatures, so this is more of a sideboard card against like Modern White or something like that. This will do great, but besides that, I had to cut this and include one more charm here, or I actually cut this and I think put in one more Valky here, just so we can hit with the widespread thieving, right? So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the gameplay. The games are super fun, and yeah, like the video if you have been enjoying everything. And if you enjoy this deck and this video and the gameplays, like the video, it'll help me out greatly. Subscribe to the channel, like I said, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. Okay, a 2-land hand, but that's a good hand. We've got a ton of ramp. We've got decent colors. Okay. I mean, let's see what we're playing against, but I'm pretty sure we can wait here, right? Play the Fable or the Thieving. Probably play the Thieving first, to be honest. Yeah, they're playing their own Fable. Sure. Okay. Next turn we can play Unleash the Inferno. But they're going to ramp. Probably take the Hostile so we can put these back and get them later on. Or maybe the Binding. I'm going to take the Binding so we can get these with Meeting of the Five. Yeah, let's get the Binding. And you never know, they're probably ramping up onto like a Goldspan Dragon, which comes down next turn. So that can be pretty bad for us. Also, having a Lord Xander in hand is not what I want to see, to be honest. Oh, what? Oh, they're a Reanimator deck, like a Boros Reanimator, but they're not hitting there. Why are you playing Snow? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we need to hold up our stuff here. Okay. This should be okay. No white for our opponent. And thank God for the charm here. We can exile actually their stuff. Oh, we should have done that before. Oops, that's my bad. We should have done that before they got the token. I mean the treasure. Okay, opponent. There's nothing you can do about that. They're getting close to the Velomachus here. Okay, this dies, makes a treasure token. Yeah, they have Invoke Justice next turn, which is not interesting for us. I mean, honestly, we can just wait. Another charm. Another charm, but no lands. We're gonna have to spend mana anyway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's not enough for us to play a charm and a fable. So let's lead with the briefcase. And just hold up the charm in case they cast a Invoke Justice. Let's wait and see here. Probably even a Goldspan Dragon to get them value off of these. Goldspan would be pretty bad for us. Yeah, we knew it, right? Okay. So it's a mono red Invoke Justice discard. Okay. Let's see what they want to do here. If they want to attack, we kill the Goldspan Dragon, and they'll be left with 3 treasures, which is not enough. Charm has to be good. We get a treasure, we can cast another charm next turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow you to do that. So their Invoke Calamity is going to have him cast a Justice. Let's see what they want to cast from their hand. Nothing. Wow. That's fine. Okay. All right. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5 mana yet to spend. We hold up the Infernal Grasp here for another Goldspan. Invoke Calamity. Okay. They're going to cast Invoke Justice and get a Goldspan. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. We make treasures, which is pretty nice. We can cast Lord Xander next turn. It's a pretty good blocker for the gold span as well. Yeah, they're gonna try to kill this. Good game. Widespread thieving, providing us with treasures. They have to discard rounded down, I believe, so they discard only 2 cards. We don't actually want to give them the mill here. What if they have another gold span and a burn spell? We don't see a burn spell. Let's not risk it. Let's not risk anything. They might even have a Velomachus. We don't know yet what they might have, so yikes. I don't want to risk attacking. We're at 6 life. You never know what these players run in these decks. They're obviously playing a really weird deck that can work because red has a ton of treasures. Yep. Okay. You know it. We're gonna block with the Zeotora here. Yeah, they're also running black cards. Yeah, reanimators, right? Oh, nothing. We got a meeting of the 5. We pass. They're out of treasures. We have to play it extra safe. I really don't want to lose this game. Yeah, they're trying to make treasures here. Give me the garden. Give me the blue source. And let's attack now, I guess. Yeah. And that's game. Nice. GG's. That was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, keep this. Pack leader, of course. Our hands should be pretty good against them, but you never know. If their curve and their draw is immaculate. Okay. Let's kill their ramp. It's pretty good. Seiju, that's fine. Thank you for the ramp though. I appreciate that. We need blue. We can get the lounge, but we also need white. We can get blue easily. Let's get the white source. Yikes, their draw is not even that good. They just ramped us, which is a terrible mistake. Okay. Man, Briefcase is so good. Alright, making a 1-1 that is capable of blocking the pack leader. Okay. Nice. Not really. That's fine though. Let's see what they want to do. The slower they are, the better for us. That's always going to be a thing. They attack with the troll. Do they want to though? Nice. Cameo safekeeping. Nice. Voltage surge. Okay. Yeah. I don't think green is that good at the moment, to be honest. Kinda sucks, doesn't it? There are 3 lands, they're going to ramp, but... That's fine. Yeah. If they want to get their troll back, they're going to have to sacrifice a land. Which is pretty good. Let's kill these. Okay. It's pretty decent. A lot of lands. A ton of lands. I guess we can always just ramp. Let's see if they want to trade. Let's be the aggressors here for a bit, since we have a charm in hand. If they want to clear the chariot, which seems like they do, we're going to end up killing it. And that's how you win games. Seriously. They tapped themselves out. They took out the chariot. We're gonna play another briefcase here. Make a blocker. And I guess just play this on red again. Keep up this Tamio safekeeping as well. We don't even need meeting of the 5. How do they get out of this? How? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 5 drop. Ulvenwald and Oddity. Okay. You're at 10. You can attack. For all I care. Okay, opponent. Gonna keep making treasures with the Kiki here. They know about the safekeeping, which is pretty bad for them. Oh, they're choosing to attack. Sure. Do they want to block? I don't think so. We're gonna take the draw here. See what we can top deck. We have plenty of mana. We're gonna sacrifice a briefcase to take the draw. That's 5 mana. What do we get left with? Voltage Surge, Ziatora. Voltage Surge is pretty good. Let's play a blue source here. Voltage Surge is going to deal with the Oddity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we can play Ziatora next turn when we finish them off, right? This way we hold up Tamio's safekeeping as well. And we have Voltage Surge, so I don't think they can kill us just yet. Even though we only have the Evelyn to block with, we're going to gain some life. We're at 14. They can't flip the Oddity. They need another Haster. Maybe another Oddity can get the job done, but I'm not sure. Yeah, another Oddity I think would definitely get the job done. Or does it? We block one of them. We kill the other one. This is a 4-4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not really enough. Not enough. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Has trample, but we can block because this has indestructible, so our opponent is currently struggling, really struggling. Okay. Troll and Sculptor of Winter have a pretty nice combo here. They have 5 mana so far. It's insane how we've never drawn a single meeting of the 5 yet. Didn't even start with one. Our opponent is thinking. They're in a very bad shape here. Very bad shape. So, 7, they gain 7 life. They attack. Yikes. I guess we should have killed the oddity, right? Yeah, we're in a terrible position here. Yeah, we definitely should have killed the oddity, but I was scared that they might have another one. But still, meeting of the 5. I mean, let's run it. Nice. Nice. Oh, lands? Yikes. That sucks. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Man, no. Honestly, I would rather just sacrifice the briefcase to draw, right? But nice, at least we got something out of meeting of the 5. We exiled 10 cards though. Fable, Binding, Valky, Widespread. Invoke the Ancients. What a final card to be in hand. Reach? Yeah. That's okay. It's still a stalemate. Cami War? What a game. Lands again. Of course. That's what happens when you run 26 lands, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if they find a way to deal with Evelyn, are they gonna block though? Okay. We just chill. Decline. We chill here. You never know. They might draw a haster, anything. Because they can just not block, draw a Ovenwald Oddity, and win. So we gotta be careful. It definitely slipped out of our hands a little bit when we started flooding with these lands, but that's fine. How many do we have? Land? We have 6 left in the deck, which is pretty good. We have 21 cards, so what are the odds, right? Yeah, they're gonna make this big, but they have to attack with it. We definitely take the block here. Okay, yeah, they're trying to go wide. Expected. It's not good enough. Okay, we remove this. Another Evelyn. You make a blocker, which is decent. Lord Xander, hostile takeover. Grasp is decent. Lord Xander is decent as well. Okay, so next turn we attack and we play the Lord Xander and we win. Because, you know, we sacrifice the Xander to the Ziotora and that's it. What a game it's been so far, man. It's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. It's fairly consistent as well. Even though I was like flooding with lands, it doesn't matter that much because it's later on in the game. We obviously had things to play early in the game, right? So we were able to keep up with an aggressive deck that was trying to kill us. And they played some fairly decent cards as well. Oddity, Chariot, Invoke, the Ancients. So, yeah, what a game. Hostile Takeover should take over the game. I think once I cast this spell here. What are you attacking for, opponent? Hello? Because they calculated and they saw that we don't have enough. But don't you know about the effect of the incinerator here? Okay. You're losing drastically, opponent. Binding. Let's do it like this. And that's game. Nice. Nice. That's a mulligan, for sure. This is super slow as well, but I guess, you know, we have a board wipe and we have a way to ramp. Okay, let's get this going. Play the one with the green source first since we have a lot of red and black. You never know. Well, we've got mana, it doesn't matter. They're playing expressive iteration on 2? Opponent? Hello? That's a turn 3 play. Maybe they want to play a Fable on turn 3, but you're not going to get value off of the expressive iteration. Oh, they're mill. They're a mill deck. That's just awful for us, right? Well, at least we've got something for their... We've got expensive spells in the deck, right? Meeting of the Five is an 8 mana spell. They don't have double blue yet. Yeah, they definitely messed up with the iteration here. Yeah, Fable is expected, for sure. Okay. I really don't want to sacrifice my briefcase to the binding, but I think that we should play the binding to either kill that or the Fable. I don't want them to ramp into like a big play here. But at the same time, that puts us relatively behind, right? Yeah. Let's just ramp ourselves since we have expensive spells in hand and go from there. I knew that they were a mill deck because of this card. Not any other deck really runs that card, so... And we don't have a way to play... We don't have counter spells in the deck. We have no room for them whatsoever. He discarded a Strangle. Yikes. We kind of need to speed it up, right? Yeah, we're not going to speed it up. Okay. Man. Another Fable. This cannot be good. Unleash the Inferno. That's not good for us. Yep. Yikes. Yeah, we're dead here almost. They took our other Jetmir's garden, which is expected. But I guess what we do here is just they took a meeting of the 5, Valky, 2 Valkyes, Ziatora. Oh yeah. We're almost dead here. Well, we don't have the blue, so I guess. Hopefully their last card isn't a mill card. Like a Hideous Laughter, but they always have it, don't they? Yeah, they always have it. They can just easily mill us here. Nice. Another one? Nice. Please no mill spell. Fable is fine. We have 2 cards in the deck. What are they? A binding... No. Wait, what? We have 2 cards. They have so many opportunities to mill us here, it's insane. They returned the Fable. Okay, so this is it. It's either they top deck a mill card, or they don't. Or we win. Come on, nice. Come on. Good game. They usually say good game before they mill us, but that's game. Nice. That was so close. Nice. Okay. We keep this. Got white sources. Well, we only need 1 anyway, so we keep this. We've got ramp. Nice. Evelyn. Okay. Either Esper or Dimir Control, I'm guessing. You never know though, maybe Dimir Zombies or something like that. You never know. 2 black though. Okay. Pretty good. That's pretty good. It's just the mirror. Yeah, our hand is not, our deck is not equipped to play against control. And since the majority of the meta on the ladder is creature meta, basically, that's why we really don't have any ways to deal with control decks per se. Evelyn should be good against control though. Since it has flash, they're going to want to counter it on their turn, which allows us to play something on our turn, but hopefully we draw that something there. Okay, it's still... I guess we just play Evelyn now. No blue though, which means we're gonna sacrifice this. But we don't need the blue. We can play double black, which we certainly have. Let me play a red source here or a green source. A red source. Yep. Let's play Evelyn, which they can kill. Nice. They do run counter spells. They're going to kill Evelyn for sure. Okay. Yikes. Man, what a terrible hand. That's desperate. Yeah, we're not going to win against them, that's for sure. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that we win against them. Yeah. They most likely have another one. Another Invoke Despair, but we drew the blue source. Yeah, they have plenty of ways to deal with the Tybalt, I believe. Junji. Nice, give me that. Let's pass. So Junji can help us have them discard, or we get Evelyn back, since Evelyn is a non-dragon creature. Another Junji, that's okay. Tybalt is OP. Tybalt is not fair. Nice. One discards and the other reanimates. Oh my god. Oh man. Nice. I love it.